everybody, and welcome back with more Star Wars stuff. We last left off basically trying to fight our way to the Emperor, and he's kind of held up in these ancient temple area. This is on Dromenkos, the planet. So if you knew kind of where this is at, then you kind of know where I'm going. I mean, at level 14, 15, 16, like those levels, you, on the Empire side, come in here, and you do a few quests to finish off Dromenkos just in general. But we're coming in here to kill the Emperor, so this is just a specific phase for me. Now, what I find interesting is he's a total creeper, right? Because he's sitting in a tomb, just chilling. Why? Why would he do that? I don't understand. He's the total weirdo, just sitting in somebody's like tomb, just hanging out. Also, I mentioned in the last video that most people would do what I do, which is you come into this area, and I did this on the first character. I didn't do it on this one because I knew better at that time. You come into this area, you fly in with the shuttle, and you notice, okay, I can only use T7. The rest of my companions are off making sure that this thing isn't going to be... They're doing their own thing, right? They're helping me out in their own way somewhere else. And all I have is T7. So what you would normally do is log out, get on a different character that may have, 9 million credits like I do. Then you go and just buy a ton of droid parts, you mail them over, you bust out your mobile mail droid, and you take all that and you basically, you just pull those out of the whatchamacallit, the mailbox, and I mean, you put them in your droid and you're like, yay, he's good. Now what I actually had to do is I had to leave the area and come back, because when I did this, they didn't have mobile mail droids yet. Or at least I didn't have mine. I don't remember if they were in yet, but I didn't have mine. So what you could do alternatively as a, sane human being is there's this puzzle in the middle. You may notice neon lights. Look at that. Ah! Can you imagine possibly what could go on here? Well, what you do is you go to the pillars. You go to each of the pillars and you have to click on the boxes. And when you click on them, it changes that corner of the symbol in the middle. If you don't already see it, you basically just have to make the Empire signal, right? It's like the, what is it, Pentagon, Hexagon, something like that. The evil thing with red. So, I mean, you could look at any screenshot of the game on the Empire side, rather, and see what I'm talking about here. But I already know because I'm an Empire player. I play the Empire. I mean, I've got my 3 main characters, I guess, aside from the Jedi that I've been playing a lot. Up until this point was, I guess considered one of the main ones. But the Empire is my main characters. I know what the sign looks like. So you open this up, right? You get the chest, because it's a puzzle. You open up the chest after you finish the puzzle. And look, droid parts for your T7 unit, which makes it way easier. You see how much health he gained? Holy cow. He also gained a lot of damage and whatnot. So this will be way better for defeating the Emperor, which is a problem if you don't have a good companion. Or I could imagine this fight being really difficult if you also don't have any of the legacy abilities. Personally, I have them almost all. I'm almost about to have 7 of them, but we'll discuss that a different time, because that has to do with the next series. So let's click on the door panel here and see what he has to say.
I need to face the Emperor. Get this ray shield down now!
So if you didn't catch that, Kira is in trouble, right? And T7 gives me an alternative. He says, we can go save her. And I'm like, look, Kira, she's good. She's good. She's on her own. She's good. She can handle herself. I've trained her. She's my my Padawan, and I have bigger fish to fry, which is to kill the Emperor. And that kind of brings me into the, I guess, the impetus for doing all this, really. I mean, the entire story has converged on this one point. If you remember, I was explaining, just a few episodes ago even, that my whole Jedi's philosophy is to take down the Sith. He has a beef with the Sith. He really doesn't like them, right? And he kind of wants to kill them all, and he wants to destroy the Empire and the Emperor and all that fun stuff. So, when it boils down to what just happened there, instead of saving Kira, which is somebody that he loves, and in any other situation he would have gone and saved her, he fuels his blood rage, his bloodlust, as you will, and decides to just go straight for the Emperor. He says, Kira can handle herself, hopefully, and I'm going to go kill the Emperor. So that's exactly how that all kind of ties together there, and that's kind of the explanation for not going and saving her. Normally, I would have gone and saved her, because I want to see the extra story stuff. I want to show you guys the extra story stuff that happens there as well. But if you don't save her, there's also more story stuff to see, but it's not as big or exciting. So hopefully these decisions don't negate from the amount of content that you guys get to see, but at the same time, I mean, you get to see the alternative, so that's cool. I think most people would go save Kira in that situation, which I'm okay with. I just chose to go the opposite route, which is kind of the decisions I've been doing the entire time. Yeah, there's been a few light side decisions here and there, but it's pretty much dark side from here on out. Like an evil. Oh my gosh, this area is so pretty. Just admire this. This is an MMO. Let me tell you, this is an MMO. Admire this.
The circle closes. The end begins. You sacrifice your friends to this confrontation, hoping for advantage. You have gained little. My life spans millennia. Legions have risen to test me.
You've been a blight on this galaxy long enough. Time for you to burn.
Oh man, let's take out the Emperor. Let's finally kill him. So this fight is fairly straightforward. He just spawns a ton of clones, and you have to kill the real one, which you can always figure out which one's the real one because your companion would be attacking it. So we'll just take him out and move on. But can I just mention again that this area is super pretty? Isn't the game really good looking? They did a good job on this Unity engine, I must admit. There are times where it doesn't have moments of greatness. Like, I don't think Voss is very pretty at all. I think it's a really ugly planet. I don't think the graphics help it at all. But I mean, moments like this, when you're in this throne room and you're talking to the Emperor, and like the lighting is really good and perfect, and you got all these cool like dark Sith colors. Oh man, the Sith areas, I gotta admit, they may be dark and evil looking, but they are super pretty. Just like Kos City. I mean, this area is just amazing, and it blows my mind. And I wouldn't choose a better area, even though it's a creepy tomb and the Emperor's just a total creeper sitting in someone's like tomb or tower or whatever this thing is. I wouldn't choose any other place to fight the Emperor. I mean, this was absolutely perfect.
You harness immense power, but you lack the purity of will to direct it. I will not be contained. I cannot be redeemed. Death is all that remains, and you will not kill me.
You've underestimated me for the last time. It's finished, Lord Scourge. I killed the Emperor.
I can sense him fading, but he is not gone.
If I must die, everything dies with me.
The temple is coming apart. We have to leave. Get back to your ship.
Oh man, that moment is so epic. Every time I watch that, it gives me chills. The music is awesome. My super evil decision was awesome, just dropping the pillar on the Emperor. There's only one thing that kind of concerns me. It's the fact that the Emperor was clearly dead. I mean, I crushed him with a pillar, but his voice kind of like echoed out like a force ghost, and then, not to mention, Lord Scourge was like, he's clearly dead, but I still feel his presence. It's a little concerning. And by concerning, I mean really worrying that he's not actually dead. But, spoilers, we don't get any confirmation of that as of yet. That's just how it's going to be. So I would really like to see Chapter 4 at this... Chapter 4 at this point. I mean, it's going to be so good. I can't imagine. Are they going to bring the Emperor back? Or is he going to... I mean, is he still going to be dead? Like, what else can we do? It's just mind-boggling. It was such an epic moment right there.
Master Satil, the Emperor is dead. Do you read me? The Emperor is dead.
We read you loud and clear. Imperial warships are dropping out of hyperspace all around us. We must retreat from Droman Kos. Rendezvous with the Republic flagship Valiant at these coordinates. I'll meet you there. Master Satil out.
I see your crew survived without unnecessary heroics from you.
I shouldn't have left it up to anyone else. You people are my responsibility.
Do you have any idea how embarrassing it was to be rescued by that walking hormone?
What's done is done. Our orders are clear. We should set course for the flagship Valiant.
So going to this flagship is actually, believe it or not, one of my favorite parts in this entire story. And it's simply because all of my dark-sided decisions that I've made thus far catch up with me. And they do it in a really big way. And my Jedi gets confronted about all the decisions he's made thus far, and it is actually a really cool moment. I'm really enjoying the fact that all of the decisions that I've made as a dark-sided Jedi aren't just getting brushed off, and they do have some consequences that go along with them. And we'll see that when we go and talk to this entire group of people. I mean, this is going to be like my award ceremony. Like if you ever watch the end of the end of the 6th movie or the end of the first movie. So episode 1 and episode 6. There's like this giant awards thing that happens, and like they're congratulating the heroes, and that's what's going to happen here. And I'm really excited to show you the consequence of all my dark-sided decisions coming up here.